Hello, fellow watchers. Fuck, you double tapped me again. He's double tapped me again, he has. It's the intro now. I'm like, 6, we're going. The intro, time to do the intro. Then he fucking does. What's the second one mean? Did he do it too early?
I might have done it too early. I might have come too early, that's the problem.
30 seconds into the podcast, he's ejaculating.
Yeah.
Piggy meets EastEnders. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Watching Walford podcast. We're watching Walford. We are Ash and Piggy collectively. Who is who, you'll never know. It's episode 95. Today's episode is going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 37 of 2024, or the episodes from the 21st of October all the way to the 24th. And the storylines we're going to be focusing on this week are Penny still hates Jack, Kat tries to pave the storm, that being Tommy's abuse escalating, and Avani's secret is revealed, which spells danger for Barney. Our Barney. Our lovely Barney. We love him. You love him. He's great. He's a perfect... Honestly, they did a really good job of making him seem like both a younger version of Teddy, but also the opposite way. Because he's still got his ridiculous fucking lines like, oh, authoritarianism might scare some people, doesn't scare me. And he fucking runs away. Oh, gold. Love it. Absolutely love him. All that stuff and more on the podcast as we get to it. But as always, it is the podcast. I'm full of beans. We talk for the first 30 minutes about us, about the channel, what we've been up to. You picking up that fucking someone sawing something in the background, are we?
No.
Sound. Good old microphone. Isn't this good?
That was picked up.
But, yeah, it better have been. But yeah, so we talk for the first 30 minutes about us, and then obviously 30 minutes onwards, we talk about the EastEnders. So yeah, let's talk about us. How you doing, mate? It's Halloween. Kind of. Not really.
It's not really Halloween yet, right? The camera's on me. It's not on you yet. It's not really Halloween yet, I know. But it would make sense to do a Halloween podcast the week after, if that makes sense. Because, you know, it's like watching a Halloween movie the day after Halloween. You get tired. You're like, oh, I've just witnessed this. And then they start blasting Mariah Carey, and you're like, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. All I want for Christmas.
Christmas.
Is
mate, the Doomer anthems are going out the 1st of November. No,
but yeah,
although the editing will start, it will commence.
I will reveal what I'm dressed as. I am. Oh, belly's a bit short. Hold on, just there we go. Look at that. Hold on.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hold on.
It's alright, we can see it, mate.
There you go. What?
See, you're not doing a traditional Scotsman.
Hey.
Although if you did, we would get banned.
Yeah.
For the second time.
Yeah, that's the problem, yeah.
I didn't prepare for the podcast, to be real with you. I've been busy as fuck. I've spent a lot of money. So I was going to dress Bizarre the Clown, which I probably will do at some point. But that was a lot of fucking... I've been spending a lot of money lately.
Even as Michael Myers, that's all that counts.
Exactly. Look at him. I am the shape. Oh, get the fuck out of the way, microphone. There you go. But yeah, it's been a week. We've been busy. What have you been up to, man?
Nothing much. When I bought a Halloween costume. You'll probably see this again next year, because I like to do 2 years of the same costume and then switch, because it saves money. But yeah,
mate, when are you ever keen to save money?
Never. I just don't want to
having a lie.
I just don't want a wardrobe full of fucking Halloween costumes, like going through it. Like,
yeah, fair enough. That's the better reason.
Because it's like when you're like it's like when you have a lot of clothes belonging to your ex. So you're going, oh, there's Sophie's dress she wore at her graduation. Oh, fucking hell, there's her jacket. Oh. So like, just imagine me opening my wardrobe that's closed half the time, because I have it all in boxes.
Boxes.
Of just me opening it, and it's like my fire suit. It's my kilt and my white shirt that does not fit me. This is an XL, as you can tell, because the buttons are about to pop out. So if you see a button go flying through half this podcast, It's me. It's me.
Also, we need a 10 seconds of Julia's theme. We need 10 seconds of Julia theme for my double chin. It's gone! It's fucking gone! I'm not doing that. But it does sound funny, doesn't it?
You're doing it. We're doing it. We're putting it at the end of the podcast. It's Halloween. You can edit
it. No.
It's 10 seconds.
But yeah,
you can do it.
I've been. Yeah, but you're the one being. Yeah, you do it. It's only 10 seconds. Why don't you do it? No.
Who edits
See,
this? Who edits the majority of it?
Yeah, well, just you wait. My editing's going to come out fucking clutch soon. 2nd November hits, and the second you leave, I'm fucking pounding out the videos. Like it's like me in the gym, fucking back and forth. But No, yeah, I've been still going to the gym. I've gone 7 times. I signed up last Tuesday. So it's been really good. It's nice to test my limits. It's nice to feel active. I generally have a lot more energy than I used to, and turns out you do actually get quite lazy and bored whilst just being fat and not doing anything. Like it turns out actually using your body and trying to make it better feels really good. So I've been chilling, honestly. I've not really been doing too much other than that. I've been watching more Greys, as to be expected. One thing I keep doing, I keep going on spooky YouTube. You know, I love me a horror video. You know, where it's like, these are the 100 most depraved games ever made. I'm like, oh yeah, go on, in my veins. Or it's like, let's listen to the dark side of Reddit, and I'm like, oh fucking hell. I love those videos. Like if I wasn't doing this pretty full time, I'd be making some spooky videos. Like I'll be doing it. They're fucking great fun. And I finally, I don't get really fucked by horror that much. Like I'm not really never scared by horror. Fucking, you ever seen the videos where obviously you probably don't because you don't like to be scared, but like those videos where it's like you find a person whilst you're exploring like an abandoned place. Mate, that shoots the anxiety up like a motherfucker. I'm like, fucking hell. It's like I always tell a story that I remember playing Slender, and my oldest brother, he doesn't like horror games, and he gets really like spooked very quickly. So I was playing Slender on my laptop. He was like, I was on a sofa. He was at like the edge of the sofa over here, and he fucking jumped before I did. Fucking hell. Just having a cry. Well, he didn't have a cry, but just having a fucking shock at whole Slender.
I feel like I know that one clip from like not a fake horror like abandoned place, but it's like the 3 Scottish lads going, I don't know what to do, lad. I'm shooting myself. I don't know what to do, lad. I don't know what to do. I've seen that one all the time.
Any surprise you because you're exploring something abandoned, so it's like, all right, nobody should be here, but someone's there, fucking, and obviously they're also scared. They're in attack mode, like fucking, just make like a scary noise. I'm fucking running. I'm running my cunt off. I've said the word.
It's Halloween. We're keeping it in.
I'm running my ass off. It's just, that's the fear. Like you want to do something, you don't be interrupted. And like, first, I'm never exploring abandoned shit ever in my life. All right, I'm too scared. I don't even like walking at night because I feel like I'm gonna get fucking stabbed or something, But fucking that sets the anxiety up, and that's in the theme of Halloween. So
the one I always love is the fucking like the one where the guy is exploring Mr. Blobby's abandoned house, and then they edit in Blobby like so he's in the abandoned house. He's looking at like the abandoned like Blobby stuff. And then behind, all you see is Blobby running towards him, going Blobby, 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 and it fucking buckles me. It buckles me. He's like, no one's here. Then I hear Blobby, 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 Blobby. Fucking belts up to him.
But yeah, it's I don't know what spooks you. You're not much of a horror fan, so does just all horror scare you?
Not all horror scares me. Like my dad always says to me, horror can't scare you, son. You look in the mirror every day, and I go, thanks.
But That's unreasonable. That's great though. Look, who needs self-esteem anyways?
I don't. Gore is the only bit that really kind of spooks me out. Like, I've been watching the Saw films, and by watching them, I've only seen 1 and 2 so far. Of like, and I don't really get spooked by the death. Yeah, there is some where I'm like, but I'm not like, I'm more like, and like Saw 1, I think is a perfect like first movie, and Saw 2 is a great sequel. I haven't seen Saw 3 yet, so I can't really go. They're all good, but in 3 weeks' time, when I've eventually seen them all, just gonna put out they were all good, and if they're not all good, they were all shit.
Hey, you're gonna be here in 3 weeks. You can tell us.
I know. You never know. I could be in the Saw. I could be in the fucking Saw trap. But yeah, I don't really get spooked. I only get spooked by gore, and whenever that guy has the creepy voice on when you're watching YouTube, like Schoolboy 94 was a pedophile. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna come get me. He's gonna come get me.
Yeah, it's a wild. Those videos are always funny though, because I watch a lot of it, and obviously I joke about Chills, because Chills is like the top 15 videos you don't want to watch before you sleep. It's like, oh fucking hell, stop talking like that. Then you realise it's his actual voice. He was blessed and cursed with that fucking thing. Like, oh, the poor bastard. Then he started doing raps. Not the delicious, delectable meal. Like, fucking the guy who's known for speaking really slow is just rapping. But like, almost, it felt like for a time period. I've stopped paying attention to it so much now. It did feel like. It did feel like everybody just had someone be like, okay, talk normally, but slow it down and just pause weirdly. So it's like, number 7, Jimmy takes the mallet. It's like, what the fuck? Who speaks like this, man? No one. Nobody does. Those videos are always good fun.
I don't know if they'll do it, but the one video I want to release on Halloween night is us reacting to, I think it's called Mr. Pipes. It was a British documentary. I've talked last about it before. It was a British documentary that has never been re-aired. And basically they aired it as a documentary. It's obviously not a documentary. Where this guy is like haunting the pipes in a house.
It's a fake like
horror.
It's a fake paranormal thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like a film rather than. But it was on the BBC. They aired it as fully straight, like it was like okay, are we going to get in contact with any paranormal beings? And then, yes, that's where Mr. Pipes came from.
And then, obviously, tragedy struck because I think a guy with, like, schizophrenia, but he was just suffering with vices.
He had some mental health issues.
Yeah, he had some mental health issues, and sadly, Mr. Pipes sent him, I was going to say to the pipeline, but that sounds bad. Mr. Pipes sent him to, like...
He sent him over the edge.
Yeah, he sent him over the edge, and he basically committed suicide. And it's never been re-aired on the BBC because of that, which is understandable, because it's kind of like when Aaron Jeremy Call now, and it's like... But, yeah, I'd love to watch it for like this channel for Halloween. Because I do genuinely... I've seen the documentary once, and it's not funny, but I just love it, because it's campy 90s, like, paranormal. And then it ends with the broadcaster at the end just getting fucking murked. Like, oh, well, the lights go out. But yeah, that's the one. That's one of the things I love. Problem is, when I watched that, I was watching someone react to it while he was also watching it, which was Adam Majidi. So it's just funny because any like.
I'm glad he was watching it whilst reacting to it. You know, it gets a bit risky sometimes.
It was just funny because, like, say if the pipes were like that, ooh, like I'm just tapping my microphone. But say it was like that, he'd just be going, what a scary. Can't say that word. It's the C word. Oh my gosh, I am politically correct. But yeah. But horror in general doesn't really scare me. Not much really scares me. Like, obviously, tragedy struck in my family, but I won't really go into that. But
does weight loss scare you?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that scares me. He had to get that in there. Had
to be done. Had to be done.
Like, obviously,
you can even see me, like, the cogs, like, how do I angle this? How do I say this?
But like obviously fire scares me in a sense because obviously my granddad. But me and my dad always joke every Halloween that my granddad would have been a great Halloween decoration. Wouldn't be fun for the kids if we unravelled them, but it would have been.
Be horrific, yeah.
It'd be fucking. I always tell the story about like
that one kid would love it.
he goes up to touch the hand just falls off, just like hey.
Oh, those practical effects. No, that's real. Oh, really? That's sick.
The joke my dad made is if my granddad went up in flames on bonfire night, or like on the 31st of October, no one would have put him out because they would have just started throwing stuff onto the fire.
Did you just say bonfire night's the 31st of October?
Well, that's when they usually air the bonfires over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. Halloween's when they light all the bonfires in Ireland. Northern Ireland is the 4th or the 5th bonfire night.
I mean, it's the 5th. Like, bonfire night's the 5th of November, usually.
Yeah, it is the 5th of November, but we usually on Halloween you do a bonfire.
Fucking Irish, man.
Obviously, the one in my town got stopped years ago because it's not funny, but two lads threw cylinder gas tanks onto the bonfire and just fucking blew the whole thing up. And the one,
Jesus Christ.
There used to be one in the church in my old town, in like the church car park or beside it. That obviously got stopped because someone threw a live cat into it. So, yeah.
Jesus.
And then the one at the top of the town, that was literally on like a fucking on a field, got stopped because they were just throwing shit into it. They were just throwing anything they could into it, and there was fights, and there was just safety hazards. So like if you could literally stand right beside it and make sure you don't get hit. Like it was that mental.
Like you're telling this serious story whilst you're still wearing that fucking thing.
I know.
Maybe at some point I'll finally get. I will finally get. A Halloween costume. What else been going on? No, yeah, still been going to the gym though. I'm becoming a gym bro. I'm not there yet. It's been pretty good. I've had a good time with it so far. I'm usually going for about like an hour and a half. I get back. It's usually like 2.5 hours till I'm home. Been leaving at like 9, get back at like 12. Fucking. It's been pretty good fun. It's nice to feel one with my body rather than working against my body. You know. No innuendos there at all. Never an innuendo. But like, I mean, for a while, especially for a while back, before I started going on walks daily, I was so like fucking sluggish. It's unbelievable. But all right, just walk over this. The balance is off. The fucking, I'm knocking stuff over. Like, oh, it's helped a whole lot. I've lost 9 kgs, which is like a stone, which is not bad. It's not fucking bad. But yeah, see, the double chin, it's gone, boys. It's gone. Thank fuck. I'm not planning to lose like a ridiculous amount of weight. Like, I still want to retain some of my shape because I like to think I'm still kind of stocky in a sense. But if I can get rid of the old belly, get rid of the belly, get rid of the love handles, then we are absolutely gaming.
I was trying to think of other things we could talk about on Halloween. This Halloween theme. But yeah, I'm proud of your weight loss. He's going to keep encouraging me to go to the gym, but when I get super fat, I'll go. But my dad says
you'll go on your deathbed.
Yeah, exactly. And then my dad obviously makes the joke to me, so I obviously fly a lot. And by fly a lot, I fly about 3 times a year. He always makes the joke that soon they're going to have to get you 2 seats, you fat wanker. I can't say the C word because
no.
So wanker had to
I've used the one.
That's not getting edited out. I'm going to leave it in and see what anyone knows.
Oh yeah, it's staying in. It was a genuine moment. Can't ruin the genuine moments. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly I'm not going to start preaching to the choir. Oh, you should all go to the gym. I'm having a good time with it. Some people may not have the same experience as me. Like, I'm in a good position where I've got the free time, and I don't really, this isn't exactly full on, so I can allow myself to probably go a little less hard in other aspects. But like, I've got the time, I've got the fucking drive to do it. As like right now, like it's good. It's good for me. Yeah, it's good for me currently. What other horror stuff? We see last year we did watch. How many horror movies did we watch? We watched 3.
Yeah,
Well, we watched Scary Movie, but it was fucking cheeks.
we watched about 4 probably. But I think yes.
Because we watched The Exorcist.
Yeah, we've watched.
We watched Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And then didn't we watch Scary Movie and went, fuck this shit?
Yeah, I think so.
But the horror movies were good. But yeah, it's been a bit too fucking busy. Although I watched Terrifier 1 to 3. I'll take it. I'm going to be seeing. Oh, he's frozen. Possibly going to be seeing Nightmare on Elm Street and Saw. We'll definitely go see Saw. Not entirely as convinced by Nightmare on Elm Street, especially since I won't be getting free tickets anymore. Fucking bitch. That's a joke. I'm not revealing that on the podcast. But yeah, is there any other horror shit? Do you like interact with any other horror stuff necessarily?
I mean, I am a fan of not creepy lost media, but like lost media like surrounding Halloween. Like, if that makes sense. And because I think it's now I might be wrong. I might get the president wrong at the time, but I think it was during George Bush's term. I want to say in about 2004. Yeah, he ran for 2 terms, I believe. Where for Halloween in like 2004, maybe 2003, maybe 2005, that time period, they on the website, the White House website, they did a Halloween theme about where you can explore the White House, and it's like Halloween themed. Like obviously online, they're not actually going, hey, come meet George Bush, lads, Junior, come on, Mariah Exam. And obviously half they got lost because it wasn't archived well, and people have been looking for that, and I really want to see it because it's like, I think you can get like the ghost of the president as well in the house.
Yeah.
So you imagine you're walking in the hall and then you hear, it is I, John F. Kennedy. Fucking, you got all John F. Kennedy. Other horror stuff like that I'm kind of intrigued with is obviously it's just like seeing those creepy videos of sometimes, but I always delete them off my search history so they can't be watched again. So they don't come up in my recommended, and I rewatch it.
Yeah.
But obviously,
so you're telling me you like to control what horror shit comes into your fucking. See, I still do that with Kay's cooking though. I'll do it with Kay's cooking. I've been watching Kay's cooking for like 3 months now.
But that's who you've gone as.
I'm still not subscribing to her.
You've gone as Kay's cooking.
I have. Hiya, people.
Hiya, people.
See? And I'm back cooking again. Yep, sound.
On Halloween. I what the fuck's that guy? The guy who does all the who does all the horror lost media. Nick Crawley.
Yeah.
I watch him. I watch him sometimes.
Media. Yeah, he does some good stuff.
I like the one that always like saddens me is it's Halloween. I'm gonna say it. The Twilight Zone. And one of the episodes, the Twilight Zone, like, because obviously the Twilight Zone was filmed in like the 50s and 60s, so CGI wasn't really as big as it is now, and even CGI now is a bit shit. But let's not talk about that. So obviously they're filming a stunt, and this became lost media because you'll understand in a second. So it involved this guy, this man, and 2 children, and they're on the beach and they're running, and there's fireworks going off, and there's supposedly a plane that's supposed to crash land. I think the plane's supposed to go over it. It's like a fireworks shoot now, if my memory is correct. But what happens is the fireworks get in the way of the fucking helicopter, so the helicopter comes flying down and just decapitates the 3 people. lives immediately lost.
Classic.
Cause and they never aired the episode, and people were like, "I want to found, I want to found." I'm like, "No, no, please, no." It's like the
Let him
one,
have it.
the other creepy lost media that I kind of got in, that people want found is. Have you ever heard the story of the woman who killed herself on live TV as a news anchor?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, people want that found as well for some reason. I'm like, no, leave it in the past, please.
I mean, it's like you also have the the American politician like Bud Dwyer or some shit, where he was being set up for some fraud, and then he just went, "Everybody, get back!" and pulled out a fucking revolver. And Bob's your uncle, Bud's your aunt. There's only one outcome to that story.
Yeah, it's like obviously I know that's not creepy lost media. That's just
I mean,
dark.
I enjoy. I'm not really so much of a lost media kind of guy because I don't really care that much. But obviously, you like to kind of archive shit and actually have a record of stuff. But like, I'm not necessarily too into the lost media, but I do love the horror stuff. Horror stuff's good fun. I just keep going back. It's like at some point I'm definitely going back into my true crime phase. That has to be done. Love a bit of true crime.
The one thing I always love with true crime documentaries is you always get that one guy who's like, bloody hell, this case could have never been solved. We could have never solved this case. It took 27 years and we solved this case. Bloody hell. Sleepless nights, sleepless days, sleepless nights. My wife and kids left me. I've no partner. And it's like, Jesus, you get that obsessed with a fucking murderer. All he gave us more than 3 people and himself. Jesus.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'd watch some stuff, but it was also like unresolved mysteries or unsolved mysteries. But those are the most depressing because you know that there's not a good outcome for it. Like you know that nothing gets found out, and it's fucking miserable. Oh yeah, and she was killed, and they never found out. Here was who they thought the perpetrator was, but also they did not. So yeah,
It's like
like.
the one thing I have been watching kind of
And
is.
so that's when I watch like unsolved stuff. I want it to be solved, I want there to be a positive outcome. It's like, yeah, she was murdered. Here's the suspect, but no one was charged. It's like, fucking hell.
It was the 50s. It was a different time, lads. The one thing I have been watching, because it is Halloween, is The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. I've been loving it.
Those are good.
My favourite one is the one where, no, it's not Herbert, it's Hugo. Because it has my favourite joke with Dr. Hibbert holds up the picture frame. He goes, look, Hugo, it's your reflection. And then he looks at it and just goes, it's one of my favourite. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just so cheesy and I love it. And then like the one with the parroting, like the Nightmare on Elm Street with Willie, and he's like a giant bagpipe at the end. That was a good one. Another good one that I love is the Shinnin, because they can't say Shining. The Shinnin, where obviously Homer's Jack Nicholson. I think it's not Jack Nicholson, the character. That's the actor. He's whatever the actor's called. That's my favourite thing. Is the Shinnin one, and the one where he goes into the third dimension, and he just ends up in the real world, and he's walking around. And they have no idea who this yellow guy is.
Yeah.
It's great crack. Obviously, it is the time to chill it, but another Halloween thing that I sometimes watch is My Babysitter's a Vampire, because why not? Why not? Never gonna let that show die. Never gonna let it die. It's still in my heart. She's still a vampire, and she's still a vampire in my heart. Have you got any shows from like your childhood that like no one really talks about, but you hold it up to a standard? You're like, nothing can replace this.
Hey Arnold.
Pingu.
Hey Arnold is not. It's too good. It is too good. I love it, and I also managed to, because they did the full series and they did one movie, and they were going to do a second movie to eventually finish off the story and kind of have it be a full crescendo. And in the end, they actually did end up making the second movie, after years. Like it was like 15 years from between they made the first one and the second movie, and it finally had an ending, and it was a good time to get on. I was still waiting for a good like 5 years, but it inevitably came out, and it was great. Fucking love Hey Arnold. Great show.
I haven't watched much of Rocko's Modern Life, but I've seen the Netflix movie, and I was so intrigued by it. Never went back and watched the series, but I was just intrigued by the movie.
Not enough to watch the series.
Yeah, because the series is 90s, like a boo the 90s. One of my favorite, because of the time, one of my favorite TV shows is Tear Across the Dotted Line, or Tear Along the Dotted Line on Netflix, the original. It's basically going through like this woman's life, and then at the end it's revealed she took her own life, and it's it's a very sad ending because it's dealing with grief, and it's like, oh fucking hell, man. Obviously the other one I love is The End of the Fucking World. I had a big crush on James. I think it's James. I think he's the main guy. But yeah, I loved him. Murdered a man, got shot in the crotch. Oh, so sad. What else?
Yeah, there we are. We've hit our peak. We've hit our timing. So let's now talk about the EastEnders. Why are you wearing it like Nigel Farage wears his trousers?
We'll keep it like this for the rest of the podcast so you don't see them.
You can see it anyways, mate. Let's be honest. You can't hide it all the way. All right. So the main storylines are: Penny still hates Jack. Kat tries to pave the storm and deal with Tommy's violent outburst. And Ivani's secret is revealed, which spells danger for our Barney and war for the new Mitchells. Fucking gold. Love this bit. Love that this week was really good. The Thursday episode was kind of a bit shitter, but yeah, it's fine. One thing I suppose we'll talk about just before we get into the topics is do you see the clip of Alfie talking about what happens on Christmas Day?
Very shocked, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, but it also felt like it was on. I think it was a Metro, or no, it was a Radio Times interview, and basically he says the word EastEnders, Christmas Day, Queen Vic. He says those three words about 17 times each. Oh yeah. So what happened on EastEnders on Christmas Day in the Queen Vic? It's like, oh yeah, I was really mental on EastEnders in the Queen Vic on Christmas. He's just fucking going through it, and it's
that thing.
To be fair, I looked at that clip and I went, "Could we make a 10-minute video out of?" The answer is yes, but also we're not doing it.
The problem is, it's like when I compare it to like when a wrestler joins a new company, and they have to get over there in a new company. So it's like,
it's also like when anybody joins EastEnders and they go, "Big fan of the show, watched it as a kid."
Loved EastEnders, loved Dirty Dan. I loved Margaret Thatcher.
Grew up as a child. For fuck's sake.
Well,
no. That's just like I said. It's just the EastEnders people, right?
But yeah, it doesn't feel. It feels very not forced. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Feels very corporate. Does that make it?
Yeah.
No, where it's like Alfie say these words: Queen Victoria, Christmas Day. Queen Victoria, Christmas Day. Queen Victoria. EastEnders. I was, the way I read it is Alfie's gonna die on Christmas Day, and like Tommy's gonna batter him. Let's go.
No.
Get what you fucking deserve, Alfie. I won't let you forget 2018. Like I felt so hypocrite. Sorry, I just derail this because I don't want to derail it too much when we get to it. But I felt fairly hypocritical when I was like, Tommy, the way you've been treating women is wrong. Hey, Hayley Slater, you fucking strung her along, you bastard. Don't fucking talk to Tommy like that.
Yeah, but he wasn't violent though.
Yeah. He wasn't violent. He got up in Kat's face. He got up in Hayley's face. Hayley pushed him down the stairs. I'm fucking not letting you forget this, Alfie. You mess with Tommy, you mess with me.
Why are you defending the fucking violent teenager?
Because we were all one.
I fucking wasn't.
Yeah, I've seen you throw a shoe.
Have you?
Yeah. Bloody launch that bitch.
Fucking yeeted it.
Exactly.
Right after I knocked out a child. Something like
I fucking ran up and went many
that.
children.
Knocked him out of his shoe. That's why I threw it at him. Didn't happen, of course. Never happened. All right. So, did I say all the storylines? Yes, I did. Penny still hates Jack. Let's get into it. We do learn that Phil is selling Peggy's, which he believes will make the charges easier to drop. Let's be honest, Ruby's buying Peggy's. She's turning it back into Ruby's. That's what's happening. Penny's rebuying it. She's going to come back to the square and try to get back with Martin, or despise him, either or. That's what it feels like they're setting up. So yeah, I look forward to that. The imminent Ruby arrival. Fucking great character. Penny claims that Harry is finished with her because of the punch. Harry's distracted and her and Penny meet again as they plan to send the video. Between that and Jack and Denise's divorce, their master plan is coming together. He sends the video as Jack, being a really good dad, leaves wheelchair-bound Amy alone outside. What the fuck is that? Jack's so useless. He's so fucking unbelievably useless. It's impressive.
Do you know what? Just switch the two of us very quickly. Do you know what it reminds me of? It's like when you're in the Sahara Desert and you leave your chihuahua out in the middle of nowhere and it gets fucking attacked by eagles. You know, just leaving Amy there, no surroundings. She can't move. It's like a chihuahua, just like, well, I'm gonna get killed by this coyote, I guess, or this bird. Well, fucking hell.
I'm not sure who's taking their chihuahua to the fucking savannah. You know what I'm saying? But fair enough. You tried to use some creative imagery.
I mean, there's just a count called Gizzy. Where's Gizzy?
Glizzy.
Glizzy.
Double glizzy.
And it's basically this little sassy.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically this little chihuahua, and they go around in a caravan, like in a camper van.
Has he got some mad birth defect like all the other animals you follow?
No. He's just sticks his tongue out like this.
Okay, but so he does.
Not really. He's just a chihuahua with no teeth.
Poor bastard.
I mean, he has teeth. He has 2 teeth, but still. And plus, he was in a neck brace for like half the years. Because they got into a car crash. But the chow survived.
The legend. Did they have him tucked in his little booster seat? Jack heads straight to Harry, where he requests some insider knowledge he gives him to the end of the week. Jack calls one of his copper friends and wants him to run Harry's name in the system to see if he's done any dodgy shit in the past. Jack explains to Penny that the police think Harry may have killed his ex-girlfriend. He explains that they think the new Mitchells ran away because he killed her, and everyone agrees about it. Also, the girlfriend's called like Shireen or something like that, which is a shit name. Sorry, Shireen. Penny confronts Harry over Shireen. He gets angry. He says what she wants to hear and acts like he did it, and she storms out. She heads back with a bottle of lager, though, and says, and he kind of goes, look, the relationship was really fiery. We both argued like mad. And we had a big row the day before she went missing. Everybody thought that he did it, but the only person that did believe that did believe him was Teddy. So, yeah. He explains he would never hurt a woman, and Penny agrees that they should keep seeing each other. Harry heads over to Jack's and tells him he wants an answer tomorrow instead of next week. Jack throws in Shireen's name and threatens to put it over his head, but Harry is completely unthreatened and doesn't give a fuck. So, like, if it was such a smoking gun, why have I not been arrested? And then Jack's just kind of like, oh. Huh? Jack keeps trying to pry into Harry's past and implicate him for the murder. His colleague suggests he should look into the arson of the call center, knowing that it was particularly dodgy. Jack tries to change the deal by saying, if you delete that video, I'll look the other way, but Harry's too smart to fall for Jack's tricks. And then I think we get a little 6 update where he says, Jack tells Stacey that I assume like DCI Arthur is going to interview everyone bar Linda to kind of get a new version of the story. So the sick stuff's moving forward. There we are. Is Jack still an asshole?
I mean, he did leave his daughter in the middle of like the backyard and like wheelchair. And what if she was bursting for like for some sweets? You're like, what's she gonna do? Like, fucking hell, Jack. You only think about yourself. Also, yet I know that they're interviewing them next week because Nish. Spoiler alert: Nish. I think Nish finds out or some shit next week. And he interrogates them. So he's not being killed next week, but the fire might be the week I come over. So.
Oh, he's dying with he doesn't make it to the end of. He doesn't make it to December, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hold on. I had too much chalky milk. Oh, excuse me.
He's just a boy. Me tummy hurts. I've had too much chalky milk. Fucking hell.
I'm a tough Scotsman.
Fucking 20-year-old man. The chocolate milk is my tummy hurts. Please help. Please.
You are always there to make fun of me when I need you to. Yeah, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, Jack is still an asshole. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
And my tummy hurts. I need someone to rub it.
I like Penny and Harry. I think they're a good match. I look forward to seeing them get together. I'm sad that I think this revenge plan, I feel like it'll wrap up before Christmas. I want the most angry dinner table like conversation between Harry and Jack and Penny, and I want them to be fucking furious at each other. I need the drama, is what I'm saying.
And they just have fishes set on the table in front of Jack.
Yes, yeah, sure. Also, do you notice that Harry, he never fully does the overalls up. He never fully does them up. Has the fucking arms out. Whoa. Whoa. Anyways,
I love Harry. Harry is good. All the new.
He's fantastic. We'll get more Harry later on. Anyways,
I love a bit of Harry. A bit of Harry.
But yeah, Kat tries to deal with Tommy's escalator. Tommy's escalating.
Mayonnaise on an escalator. Look at that thing go up and down.
But yeah, Kat's still hiding away with a black eye. She admits she needs to show her face after taking the week off. Alfie returns early though, just her and Tommy are not planning on telling the truth over her eye. He returns early, quickly spots the eye, and Kat tries to pave over the cracks and act like nothing is wrong, as would most parents do, let's be honest. Most parents just go, oh, it's fine, there's nothing wrong, you know. You don't want any outside interference because you don't know what other people will do with the information. You can understand why Kat's being like this. Plus, she doesn't want to believe that her son is being fucking abusive. Alfie sees the Slaters and the cracks in Kat's story splits. She gets past and it seems like Tommy's been using her money to buy a new VR headset. See, he just needs to wear... No, that's a terrible joke. But... Fuck it. No. Yes, fuck it. You know when you see other clips of people with a VR headset and then they ended up just twatting someone? See, that's the next move for Tommy. That's how to make it more subtle. Fucking hell, sorry, Mum. Smash.
Just fuck it. Sorry, Mum. Oh, sorry, Dad.
So it's just with the outfit as well makes it funny. Look, you look like a DJ at school disco.
Just fucking. Oh, sorry, Dad. Just sorry.
Linda talks Alfie through his issues as he worries that him and Kat aren't talking right now. When Kat confronts him over the VR headset, Alfie notices Kat and Tommy arguing and interrupts it before it can go any further. Kat fully explains that it was Tommy who gave her the black eye. She explains where it started and starts to worry that this is all her fault and worries that the socials might be called, but Alfie says he won't let it come to that. Alfie says this is a pattern and he will not be having it, but Freddy fucking interrupts. Fucking party bus Freddy, like, oh, you having a serious conversation? Fucking hell, my farts smell of shit. Here's Freddy. fucking interrupting that. Bloody guys, I ate some glitter earlier. Now I'm making fucking glitter clouds. How fucking cool is that, Freddy? Would you fucking mind? Will you shut the fuck up, please? I'm having a serious conversation. Fucking hell, you seen that? That's a fucking blue-titted fucking Marge Simpson. Freddy, please. Freddy, fuck off, Freddy.
Actually, give me that
Stop
later on, Freddy.
fucking interrupting.
Give me that later on, Freddy.
So he just keeps getting in everybody's fucking way.
Wants to say for Sonia.
Fuck Sonia.
I wonder how that Channel 4 show's going, Sonia.
Oh fuck.
Natalie Cassidy, they call you by your shoot name.
Alright, he's getting edgy. Look at him. He called someone by their real name. Teacher! Fucking hell.
Her name's not Mr. Sullivan, it's fucking, it's Mr. Hubert. How fucking dare you?
Your name's not Mr. Dan. Your name's Dirty Dan.
Aye. Have you ever had the allegations of a teacher being a pedo in your school? I feel like everyone
did. I feel like everybody did, yeah. And obviously they were not.
Well, that we know of.
Tommy, Freddy interrupts it. Tommy tries to sort out. Alfie calls my nasty little boy. Tommy responds, maybe if Kat didn't live her life going man to man, maybe he wouldn't be like this. But Alfie fucking freaks out, pushes him against the ring post and tells him to never touch a hair on her head or I'll go to social services himself. All this is Alfie's fucking threatening a child, pushing him up against the ring post in a public place. For fuck's sake. Kat insists that if they handle Tommy properly, they can keep it together and he won't attack again. Yep. Sure. Sure, that'll do it. Excuse me. They sit down with Tommy and gently put him in his place. He says that it feels like each time he does something wrong, they keep getting on his case over it. He sets a parallel that Alfie can't handle his temper sometimes either. He reluctantly says, look, we'll just look past it. I'll be better, but it's not convincing whatsoever. Alfie fills in Freddy on the details as his, but like they're doing it in the flat and Tommy's just listening in. Yeah, and then his smiley demeanor gone. Guys, why don't you just wait for him to fucking leave? I know you're not expecting him to just stick around. But also, for fuck's sake.
Do it in the pub.
Yeah, exactly. But they all get some Chinese. Tommy lashes out and gets furious when him and Freddy grapple over the tomato sauce. Freddy's got the fucking death grip. He's not letting that shit go whatsoever. Tommy falls backwards, hits his head, tries to smack Kat, pushes Alfie multiple times, pours boiling hot soup over Freddy's arm, and smashes up the place. It was a very uncomfortable scene, but it is funny. Like,
I want to.
It's not funny because of the actions, but it is funny because, like, you know, usually a person would do like one or two of those things. This was like the slap, you know, the Australian thing, like the Australian video, where it's just like, hey, yo, stop it! Whoa, fucking don't touch your sister! Whoa, fucking, you just slapping. Police come in, fucking slapping everyone. That's what this felt like. He's fucking. Oh, the last thing he do is he needs to just drop his ass and shit all over the floor. Like that. It's the only thing he didn't do in this situation.
Freddy absolutely bunted him. I was gonna say a C word, but I knew you were gonna go and stop me. You know, you're allowed to throw him out. He absolutely threw him, like, and then. But my question is not why did Tommy pour soup over Freddy? Who the fuck orders soup from a Chinese?
Hey, you want some chicken noodle soup? I'm not gonna fuck with him.
Yeah, but from a Chinese, you get a fucking nice lovely spice bag or a fucking like 4-in-1 or a fucking.
Yeah, but a spice bag's not really a thing in the UK. Come on.
Yeah, but you get like a 4-in-1 or a chicken curry and chips, like you don't get. And also, who puts
from the Chinese?
Yeah, you never get a chicken.
What Chinese food do you get from the Chinese?
Chicken curry and chips, a 4-in-1. Spice bag.
Yeah, but you can get that from an Indian.
I mean, yeah, but Chinese.
Why are you getting a curry from a Chinese?
They're spicier.
Get a fucking... Look, when I get a Chinese, I'll get chow mein. Fucking gold.
But I just who put red sauce?
Also, chicken and chips as well, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Chicken chips and rice and curry. There you go. 4 in 1.
Fuck's sake.
You never had a 4 in 1?
No.
Ah. Did they not do them over there?
Don't think so.
Then
again, I don't really have Chinese that often.
Who puts red sauce on their fucking thing? Now, if it's brown sauce, I understand. A bit more spice in it.
I don't mind it with chips.
Yeah, chips.
Like, get some chips, get some fucking tomato sauce on it, banging. Like, well, you used to put tomato sauce in everything. I don't do it anymore. I've grown. Can I tell you the most basic food I eat? And I at this point, I'll have plain pasta with like little bits of cheese and ham. And I've been ridiculed that I put tomato sauce with it in the past. Look, why does everybody who... There's no one who just tolerates tomato sauce. It's either the fucking best thing ever and you put it with everything, or it's just universally despised.
I like tomato sauce. I like brown sauce. I like barbecue sauce. I like...
I'm not as much of a fan of barbecue sauce anymore. I had barbecue sauce for a long fucking time.
Barbecue sauce is alright, but if you had to rank the 3 of them, brown sauce is number 1. Then it's red sauce, and then it's barbecue sauce. No offense to barbecue sauce. Like, because...
See, brown sauce is fine, but it feels like it has to be very situational.
Brown
sauce... If I'm having a sausage sandwich...
Brown sauce. Yeah, no, yeah. Brown sauce is the like chess game where he's good to pull out at some point. He's like the king of chess, but you can only use him on special occasions. Like if you're having a chicken sandwich, you add brown sauce and salt, to get it right. But like, or if you're having a bacon sandwich, lovely bit of brown sauce. But yeah, but I still would rank it that way. But yeah, if I'm ordering from a Chinese, I wouldn't fucking... The sauce is the curry, in my opinion. Chicken balls and chips as well from a Chinese with a curry sauce. Oh, it's weird when an American asks, "What the fuck is chicken balls?" And I'm like, "Well, the chicken balls. It's just chicken."
It's chicken and batter.
Yeah,
usually.
Exactly.
Anyways, about the scene where Tommy smashes up the fucking place.
Oh, I loved Freddy fucking yeeted him across the room, and my response would be right. There's just to I don't have. Let's use my speech. It's just to grab the plate and just fucking go, just like that. The plate, just yeet it at Freddy, woo, like a fucking disc. Like that scene out of Shaun of the Dead where they're throwing the final at the zombies. Just do that to Freddy with the fucking plate. Just see what happens. If he gets injured, he gets injured. But yeah, I
will say it was a really uncomfortable scene because you can tell that they are actually scared of him.
Yeah.
But part of me just does wonder what the fuck would Phil do in this situation. Phil would take all right, bud, we're going for a fucking drive. You want to hear people, do you? Fucking hear me then. Come on, fucking. I do want to see what Phil would do in this situation.
Phil would absolutely shit him, make him shit his pants, because Phil has the method that most dads kind of do, where they don't physically. Well, Phil used to physically hit.
This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Fucking...
Because my dad, if I used to ever piss my dad off, now people laugh at this. Whenever I used to piss my dad off, my dad would grab a hammer and he'd go up to my Xbox and go, "Want to piss me off again, son? Want to piss me off again?" Or like if I was being bold, he'd grab all my toys and throw them out in the shed and go, "There, they're gone now. They're in the bin. Fuck off." But like Phil does. I think it's Lenny from Of Mice and Men, where he just pulls out the shotgun like, "Yeah, we're gonna go get rabbits on the farm. Don't you worry." Fucking like sorry, that buckles me more to this up. Just imagining Phil doing the fucking Of Mice and Men scene. But yeah, he would absolutely batter. Well, not batter him. He would absolutely put the frights on him. Did any of your parents ever do that? If you're being bold, they just go, Ash, I'll fucking show you now.
No, not really. It would just be like you go to bed. Fucking go to bed. But we didn't really do much discipline because, it's kind of it's like, yeah, sure, there's a place for it, but also probably shouldn't be smacking your kid.
Never smack your kid unless they smack. No, don't finish that.
No.
Don't smack your kid. Just threaten them, like with a hammer to the Xbox. Like that's gonna scare them.
Just take away something that if they've been bad, just take away something that they want to do. It's like with school. If they're not going to school and they're gonna fucking spend all day on the fucking laptop, take away the fucking laptop. They're not gonna fucking stay at home then.
Unless they need the laptop for school, which is a different story.
Yeah, but just like so it's not a terrible fucking, because you have to learn. You have to learn your lesson, and you have to do something drastic enough to have them realize what I did was wrong, and I shouldn't be fucking doing it. But then you can understand how Kat and Alfie are struggling, because it has felt like it's come out of nowhere, and he's escalating things a lot worse than he should, and like boundaries are being crossed. But yeah, it's a really uncomfortable scene for sure, and most of the scenes with Kat and Tommy are, because you can see how she is genuinely scared of him.
But like, it's a weird thing because I was gonna make the joke where he gets Super Nanny in from like the UK show, but no, that's a dated reference even for us.
It is.
Yeah, but we'll bring up the Looney Tunes. That's not dated enough. But yeah, usually her kids do what parents would do. So like, if a parent hit you, you'd lash out at other people because your parent hit you, so you lash out at them. So that's how it usually works. Like, I remember if my mag used to hit me, I used to turn around and bite her. But reasonable. Bite her fucking hand. I've got them fucking teeth. Probably not anymore. Probably all the sweeteners went to my teeth and now they're numb. But yeah, her kids do what her people do. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I felt trapped growing up because I lived in my house with a dementia patient, so I felt like I couldn't do what most kids do, and I would lash out sometimes. But my dad had to kind of balance between, of course, after my nanny, and looking after his son, which was very hard in a house like me, where you want to ask questions, but you can't really because you have to deal with someone. And then that's where I feel bad for Tommy in a sense, because he's growing up in a house where you want to ask all these questions. I know it's a fictional show, but let me just say my point. He's growing up in a household where he wants to ask all these questions, but he feels trapped because he's sharing a room with his two younger brothers, who are still like 10-year-olds, and he's about 12. I think 12, 13.
I think he's 13.
13. So he's obviously going through stuff that he doesn't know what to experience. But then you have two 10-year-olds going, skibbity toilet raise in that Ohio yacht. And he's like, well, I don't want to do this, but I got the fucking belt out, and I'll show you a lesson. Like, so I don't agree with what he's doing, but I can understand where he's coming from in that sense. And that might be a long-winded answer, but that's my thought.
I mean, it's our podcast.
It's our podcast. I'm dressed like Fred Durst. Hello. I did draw for the Nucky.
I will say they are doing a really good job of it. The Tommy's actor has been doing a kind of knocking out the park, and he's playing that teenage angst like no one else. He's doing a really good job of it, so full credit, and doing a really good job. It is hard to watch, and that's kind of what they want to portray, and it's not really something you see as much. Like, I remember it happening in Hollyoaks, where they did, like, Imran was hitting Mizpah, his mum, and it kind of came out, and it was more like it was a very Hollyoaks way of doing it. But it's kind of it's a thing that does happen, so it's important to show a very honest, not as obviously it's been dramatized because it is a soap and they are trying to win awards, but like it's still quite a genuine attempt at portraying it. So full credit. Yeah. But I will say it was slightly funny though, just because of the extent that he went. Like, if you just start ripping up the carpet or something, just just pissing on the floor, doing anything else it would have put it over the edge.
What really buckles me is like the fact he said to Kat, a few weeks ago, like, oh yeah, I'm trying to help you out. The money buys a VR headset.
Yeah.
You fucker. That's like me
You
going, I'm going to be
cheeky
responsible
bastard.
with money. Wait, what? There's a new John Cena out. I am going on holiday, but treat myself.
But yeah, Freddy returns home and tells Jean the damage, while Alfie returns home and explains that they haven't called the socials. Kat tries to act like Tommy isn't out of control, and Tommy plays the victim and claims anything else would be better than here. The secret is extended to the Slaters as he's explaining Tommy's abuse and the outburst to like Harvey, Stacy, Eugene. Kat keeps blaming herself for his actions, but the Slaters try to handle it. They suggest they need more professional help, but Kat isn't budging, believing he needs more love and attention rather than grief, which, yeah, it's the impossible situation. Jean fully understands with her dealing with Sean growing up. Some people, like, honestly, someone suggested this, and I wouldn't be surprised. Depending on how long this storyline goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean did actually come back and talk to Tommy like, fucking deal with your issues, man. Because obviously Sean lived a fucking chaotic, fucking violent, horrendous existence for a long time. So like he was an angry teenager who turned to an angry young man. And I think it'd be a nice way to kind of bring back Sean for like a little time window. Not for too long, like he could be there for like a week maximum, but it would be a cool way to have him return. So full credit to whoever the fuck said that, because I didn't take account of the name.
Abdul Rahim. I bet he's on his head.
But yeah, she's just suggesting angry little boys turn to violent young men. She decides she needs to talk to him and sort it out. Jean visits, but Tommy decides to leave, but not before attacking one of the twins, and they discover that they've got bruises all up their arms. They sit the boys down and explain that it's okay to tell them, but Kat keeps ramming her head into the brick wall, believing everything will be fine if they just kiss him and cuddle him. For fuck's sake. Jean and Harvey talk through options. She says she cannot sit by and watch him hurt everyone, so she makes a call to the social services about Tommy. And the next day, Alfie prepares for his first day at the Minute Mart, and Tommy keeps a vengeful eye, acting like nothing is wrong. Jean helps Kojo figure out the laundrette, but she feels bad knowing she's interfered with Kat and Tommy, and the socials arrive just in time. Alfie has to ditch his first day of work to the socials. They try to understand who called and want to coddle him. Jean admits to Stacy that she reported Tommy to the socials. She was upset, but she generally understands it was a worthwhile thing to do. And the social workers need to know if Kat is scared of Tommy. She explains that he did cause the bruises on the arms of the twins. Kat runs out from the socials straight to Stacy. She asks for them to take them in. They lie to Kat, saying it wasn't them who called the socials, so Kat's desperate to try and find anyone to take them in. In the end, Bianca offers, but obviously she's got a bad track record. And the socials are going to go and take in Tommy. They believe he's a danger to the twins. And Alfie goes to see Jean and says, "Look, you were stronger than I was. I was going to do it, but I couldn't push myself. But you did it. Thank you for calling the socials on him." Jean is back in the laundrette, and good old Kojo has put her sheets in the dryer. Good old Kojo, love you, legend. So Tommy and Zach shows up and offers to help. Tommy believes it's a better thing to get away from his family. Nearly goes to hit Kat and says she's packing his bag. Zach shows up, offers his help, so Tommy is now staying with Zach, confirming he passes all the necessary checks. As Kat blasts Alfie for his partner, allowing Tommy to be taken in by the socials. Yeah, she just kind of lashes out at him, believing he's the reason why he's been taken away. What do you think about that?
It's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. I don't. Obviously, this is like piquing my interest because obviously we had a reverse of this like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So now it's nice to see how the table has turned on Alfie. But Any opportunity.
Fuck's sake.
Any opportunity. Put that on your bingo card, lads. Just whoop.
Yeah, Alfie Moon 2018 getting a mention. Classic.
But it's fun. It's fun to see like what they did and what they're going to do for the future. But I love how it's like, I'm gonna move away, mom and dad. Goes next door. Bloody hell.
Now, what are we gonna do without him? He's one door over.
But I bet he will still hit the twins. Like he'll somehow hit them somehow.
Oh yeah, he doesn't seem like he'll stop anytime soon. No.
I really want, because obviously Kat has called herself a slag before, so I really want Tommy to hit her with a, you didn't become a slag, you became a total slag.
But I do wonder what Phil would do. That's the interesting thing.
What would Tommy Moon
do?
Or is it Derek Brandon?
Do you mean Michael?
Michael Moon, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like I said, genuinely good stuff. Once again, I want to credit everybody; they're doing a good job of it. One thing I did see that was interesting is someone said, "Would we want?" It's another thread because it happens often. It's people going, "Would you want Alfie and Kat back together?" And genuinely, unanimously, we all went, "Nah, nah, we don't." Alfie's crossed a line that you can't go past. Which I'm glad that people remember things more than the last 2 weeks of the show. Good stuff, everyone. But yeah, let's finally into the final topic. Avani's secret is revealed, which spells danger for our Barney. Nugget sees Avani messaging someone saying, "I've got the condoms," which spurs them on arguing. She claims everything is fine, but both Ravi and Priya realise that something's up. Priya says, "Shouldn't you know since you live with them," to Ravi, because, they're teasing them getting back together fairly soon. Avani asks Barney for a favour and drags him away. She wants them to admit that they were together today, as she plans to meet up with the nonce. Teddy backs up Ravi when he takes Avani's phone, as Ravi insists to know what's been wrong with her. And Vinny, Nish, and Suki are still hanging around with Ty. They want to take him to the Gurdwara, as Ravi interrupts Zach and Priya's little chat. She wants Priya to get into Avani's phone, or he wants Priya to get into Avani's phone, and Priya drops the information that she is dating Barney. She eventually gives him the code for the phone. Avani finds Ravi being stoic and annoyed, but he gives her a phone back and the crisis is averted. Or so she thinks, as she goes to see Mason. Mason goes to pick her. Also, why has Avani got to buy the Johnnies? Mason's 18.
It's
Buy your own Johnnies, you fucking full grown man.
It's the idea, right? I might be reading this too wrongly, but it's the idea of a loving gift, To a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old, it's a loving gift, First time for everything. I'm making a joke, by the way. First time for everything. Here's the Johnnies. But yeah, you fucking nonce, fuck off.
Why is he not buying it? The fucking. He's apparently using them, like.
Do you reckon he slaps his own arse during sex and looks in the mirror while he's pumping? The fucking nonce.
In the wing mirror, of course.
Yeah. Who's the fucking man?
He doesn't have his own place.
I don't know why he's a jockey. I don't know why he's a fucking jockey.
He's also a nonce.
Yeah.
So.
And he's small. In both areas.
Priya and Ravi talk about Priya at her age. Mate, Ravi's just a prick, isn't he? Ravi's just a dick. I don't like Ravi at all. Because it's like, yeah, at least he's not like you at your age. And it's like, you fucking slept with her at that there, like, you guys were together at this time. What you fucking, I don't know, like, and because Zach's also here, I was expecting Ravi to do like the standard Zach and Ravi, like, fuck off, Zach, dickhead, fuck off, Zach. Like, fucking dude, chill, just speak to each other like normal people, please. But yeah, so he annoys Priya because he basically calls her a slag. And she's just fed up of his shit. Avani and Mason get to it. He keeps pressuring her to sleep with him. He throws her out the car and tells her to go, leaving her with bruises, split tights, and a split lip.
Mate,
good on Avani for not doing it.
I'm allowed to make the joke. Has he ever watched the unconscious people do not want tea video? Like, has he not watched that video? Is that dated?
Ria's furious at Ravi for his comments. They both call each other good parents and they work through the angst. He says she's fiery, doesn't care what people think, and she puts up a good front. And they're about to kiss as Zach interrupts. Lena puts the fronters on Suki for cozying up to Nish, so she reaffirms her stance with Eve. Look, I don't know. I understand that people are you're worried that it's gonna go bad, but Suki knows what she's doing, for fuck's sake. Why is everybody fucking hell? You guys are close, aren't you? Well, you fuck off. He abused me. I've fucking handled it. Will you shut the fuck up? It's like people trying to ship people who are friends, and it's like, dude, fuck off. You're making it awkward. Stop fucking doing it.
Like
Stop
Aggie,
butting in.
Aggie, would that be a pash? Imagine. I know it's stripping off, but in the near future, I fucking bet there'd be some weird fans.
Nugget leads a hurt Avani back to Walford East. Ravi insists on knowing what Nugget knows. He fills him in saying he was texting a certain M about the condoms. Ravi flies off the handle, throws a chair, and storms out. Now, this scene is fucking fantastic. Ravi finds Barney, who's reading on the bench. Ravi threatens Barney, who makes a break for it, but ends up running right back into Ravi. Barney says, authoritarianism might threaten others, but it won't intimidate me, as he's shitting his pants. You don't scare me, you. Don't. Fucking, he's shitting himself. You don't scare me, loser. Ravi takes him to the top of the tube station and goes to throw him over the side of the bridge, dangling him by his legs. And that is the cliffhanger for episode I think it's number 1.
Yeah, it is number 1.
Teddy catches Ravi holding him by his legs. Teddy threatens Ravi to put him down. Prinavani set him straight, so he does indeed let Barney down. Teddy fully squares up to Ravi, who for some reason is goading him on. He's goading him on. You fucking threw his kid over the side of a bridge, and you're like, yeah, well, you're a fucking loser anyways. Fuck you, Mitchell. It's like, fucking... He's not the problem here, you melt. You've just grabbed his kid and thrown him over the side of a fucking bridge. You psycho. What's wrong with you? Fucking Ravi. Barney covers for Ravi for some reason. Avani thanks him, but Teddy is fully ready to sort Ravi out. Priya and Ravi keep arguing and he storms out as Priya asks how Avani's doing. She explains how also a fucking great comedy as well, as Priya's like, name, and Avani without skipping beats goes, Avani? Just fucking, that's not what it meant, Priya. No, not what it meant, Avani. Fucking gold. Incredible. Nailed it. Fucking fantastic line. Priya asks how she's doing. She explains how she thought he was genuinely interested in her. She's upset about Mason using her, and upset about losing Barney as a best friend as well. Teddy is absolutely furious. Where the fuck am I? Yeah, he's absolutely furious and can't be stopped. He insists that Ravi needs to be stopped, so he calls Harry, and they plan their revenge. They figure out what businesses to get, not houses, because that's people. But if they don't set Ravi straight, it will make the Mitchells look weak. Priya is there to try and set the record straight. She tries to get him to see sense. Ted claims she doesn't have to worry, and as Barney is fine, they're in one piece. He lies to Priya and says, we're going to send the Panesars a message, loud and clear. This while Mason drives back up into the waiting arms of Ravi, who has texted him on Avani's phone. He forced her to drive. Let's be honest, he beats the fuck out of him.
Why didn't we see
Ravi
it?
returns with blood on his knuckles.
Wish we saw
it. Yeah. But Vinny alerts that the call center has been set on fire. And then we get the scene. The scene where Ravi and Nish are like, oh, fucking hell, not the call center. And then you just see Harry, who's just mean mugging it. And then you have Teddy, who's got a full-on grin, just fully chimping, just like, get fucked. It was great. That scene, we sold it. They absolutely sold it. It's great. Love it. I need a war. But yeah. Fucking great stuff. That's it. That is what the thumbnail was from. It's them mean mugging Ravi and Nish. And as they stare them down, Ravi says, "We've just made ourselves a new enemy." The police handle the fire as the Panesars understand that war means war. Ravi claims he'll kill Teddy Mitchell, and Harry and Teddy explain to Barney that they may have done something. May have done something stupid. Ravi wants hit back immediately, but Nish tells him to chill. They'll crush their family, but not till the police are gone. Barney and Teddy play chess, and he tries to explain away his actions. Barney says it isn't a game. You made your move out of anger rather than strategy, essentially calling him a fucking idiot. Ivani and Barney quickly make up as Jack starts to dig asking Zach what he saw. They joke about her being dumb. Ivani and Barney. They joke about her being dumb and Mason, and small talk about family. She asks about his mum. Barney says that topic's off limits. She ran away a couple months ago, and she was the main person who understood him. Teddy tells Billy that Barney needs to toughen up a bit, but Billy reminds him how Phil's influence led to Ben and a life of crime. Some people don't need to grow up with that old school Mitchell mentality. That's a good line. It is, it provably true, you know. Had Phil not have influenced Ben, he wouldn't have turned into a fucking criminal. Let's be honest. He wouldn't have hurt Luke. He wouldn't have hurt Jordan. He wouldn't have killed Heather. But he did. Barney's looking at his mum's number. Teddy apologized to Barney for taking him for granted. He's upset that they let Dartford for this, and that Teddy's still up to his old tricks. Gives him some kind words, remind him he's a good boy, he's perfect, and he loves him. But he then kind of zigs when he's supposed to zag, suggests we should do some self-defense classes together. He did really well till the final bit, which leaves Barney mortified. So, oh yeah, tell me more, Dad. Tell me more. Yeah, we're gonna do something that I want to do. So, what about what I want to do, Dad? Shut the fuck up, Barney. You don't know what you want. You're only a teenager. They're just like, oh, that's nearly a really good conversation, Dad. Cheers, and gone. They're all watching the footy together. Barney feels like the odd one out, so he calls his mum. The Panesars are having a family meeting, and Suki reminds everybody to focus on spending time with Ty, and Nish thinks that's his way in. Harry learns that Barney has been ringing their mum, while Suki and Nish are having a meeting with Teddy. The Panesars and the Mitchells argue that it's been back and forth, tit for tat, so it's time to help each other settle it. Ted probes into Suki and Nish's relationship and they believe that the best way forward is no revenge, so Teddy kind of agrees. Harry's upset at Barney for reaching out to their mum, tells him to stop being a mug and to not meet her, and then Nish believes the main priority is getting time back with Suki, so he won't let this rivalry ruin it. Harry and Teddy are angry knowing that Barney is off to see his mum. They're mortified knowing that he'll now know the truth. What is the truth? What happened with Nicola? If I had to guess, there's a high chance that Nicola killed Cherie. If I make that prediction right now, there's a high chance that Barney's mum killed Cherie. Just an out there prediction, you know? It's called plausible. Do you reckon, what is the truth?
I
asked you a question.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I was waiting for your reaction. I was like, what? And then, yeah, I agree with her. She possibly killed someone. Will we find out? We probably won't find out until November. Well, maybe next week, because next week's going to be heavily centered on this, from what I've gathered. But yeah, I'll let you continue and wrap it up, and then we'll obviously get into the aftermath.
All right, so yeah, that is the podcast. Did you enjoy it? Tell us in the comment section. As always, we just want to thank our one member of the channel. You want to support this channel, follow us on twitch.tv/Watching Walford, and or subscribe to us and pledge to our YouTube memberships. If you want to support us, do that. And above, once again, special thanks to Belinda Slater who is a really good member of the channel. So we thank them wholeheartedly. 3 months in a row. Legends. But yeah, that's the podcast. Did you enjoy it? Do we have anything? Oh, with the awards. You haven't done the awards.
Yeah, no, I was saying the aftermath. I wasn't saying fucking wrap it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I gave you the option to speak, and you went, yeah, I agree with you, mate. I definitely agree with you. Anyways, wrap it up.
Sorry. Jesus,
What am I supposed to think?
It's Halloween. Get spooky. Get nooky.
I talked about spooky things.
Okay, because I thought there was more to add on, so I didn't really give my thoughts.
No, there's nothing else. It was a good week for EastEnders, essentially.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed this week. I liked Tommy. He was very scary.
I enjoy the violence.
I enjoyed the violence. They did it all for the Nucky. Give themselves a cookie.
I love the new Mitchells.
Me too.
Still, I love Penny. I love Harry. I love Barney. I love Teddy.
I'm still waiting for Christmas Day where the only turkey getting fingered is fucking Penny. On the Christmas Day table, right in front of Jack Brannon. I don't give a shit. Right there on the kitchen table. Fuck the turkey. Fuck you, Jack. How does this taste? How does this taste? No, okay. No. Continuing on. Just Ash and pure shock. Just after that revelation. I enjoyed this week. I love Penny. I love what they're doing with Jack, where they're setting him up, but his only method is to act violent and scared. But the awards, I'll let you run through them, and I'll give my thoughts, and you give yours.
I've got to run through the awards, have I? Fucking hell. Yeah, let's do the awards. Are you frozen?
No.
You're back. Hello. All right. Underrated. Who's most underrated this week? It's Barney, of course. Again, I love him. His little run, his little quips. He's definitely Teddy's son. Like how Teddy fucking gave him the Art of War as well. As if I bet Barney's got about 17 different copies of the Art of War because it's the one book that Teddy's read. Yeah. So it's a really good book. You should read it. I already have, Dad. Yeah, but you should read it again. You don't understand it like I do.
Yeah, I'm going for Barney as well. Who's on? Do we go for Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence? Ooh. Freddy's throw to fucking Tommy.
Freddy's fucking vice grip on that tomato sauce bottle. Nothing. He's death gripping that fucking thing.
Fucking doing that
he's doing kegels under that fucking bottle. Nothing's getting fucking that grip off of him.
Fucking doing that
Yeah, there we are. What are you giving it to?
I'm giving it to Freddy, like absolutely leathering Tommy, like absolutely shoving him. And is the next one who needs slapping down?
Yes.
And who needs slapping down? Mason the nonce.
Yeah, or Tommy, for just being a fucking asshole. Or I'm going to personally give it to Ravi, just because I'm fed up of his shit.
There was a question I was going to ask, but I forgot to ask during the podcast. How do they do the scene where he's on the bridge? Because I'm assuming they didn't.
I assume it's like a little green screen.
Yeah, because I'd assume
it did look like it was on a green screen, and obviously they'll build like a fucking little stage.
Because obviously there's no way they're actually hanging fucking him from the fucking this thing. Imagine they did. Imagine, all right, we're gonna hook you up to wires. You'll be fine. Oh, bollocks, he's fallen. But yeah, thank you for watching this podcast. I've been Piggy the Scottish Man. I've been joined by Ashkel Myers.
The gym man.
The gym man. The only gym I know is fucking Mackie D's. Way. And we hope you have a happy Halloween. We'll see you next week where we get in the mood for November, and it's 1 month till. Well, can you guess what 1 month is till? Christmas. And woo. And I hope you enjoy us, and I hope you stick around for some more. So we're gonna hit 100 episodes in 5 episodes time. So see you then. See you now. Bye bye.